There is a Russian saying which illustrates indifference to logic by absurdly linking two completely unconnected things. In English, we would say that you cannot compare apples with oranges. They're different fruits. Russians say there's an elderberry bush in the garden and uncle's in Kiev. You will know why this is relevant to our topic later, but all in good time. This video, entitled 17th of July 2014, Russian book in Makeyevka, like the one in our first episode, became one of the key videos in the reports and in the investigations accusing Russia. It is dated the 17th of July 2014 on the internet. That is the date of the Flight MH17 tragedy. Why is it so blurry and overexposed? As we know, nowadays, even car video recorders and smartphones film in high definition. Yes, even standard definition video would be sharper. It seems as if this video was filmed in the VHS format, some 30 years ago. Anyway, if the video was intentionally overexposed and sort of blurred, then what for? The answer probably lies right at the end, approximately on the 53rd second. What is it? Overexposed leaves? But it's not a tree. Besides, the contrast is not that high, and regardless of that blur, it looks very much like an elderberry bush. There are plenty of them growing along the roadsides in Donbass. Our correspondents spent a lot of time filming elderberry bushes and intentionally overexposing their blossoms. That reproduced the effect which looks somewhat like the one in that video. However, it could have been done during the edit. What is important is that it is an elderberry bush. And if something had to be retouched in that video, it would have been that elderberry bush. Why? Probably for the fear that there will be those viewers out there in the audience who are on first-name terms with nature and know about the time of the elderberry bush's blossoming. Like the experts from the Donetsk Botanical Gardens whom we approached for a consultation.
В нашем регионе среди крупных кустарников это, конечно, с таким крупным белым зонтичным соцветием является бузина. Вот. И цветет она, начинается цветение бузины в начале июня, и обычно к середине июня цветение прекращается, а уже в третьей декаде июня можно увидеть и завязавшиеся плоды этого растения. В начале июля белое соцветие бузины, конечно же, встретить невозможно. Природу не обманешь.
So the elderberry bush, which got in the shot in the video, filmed in Makeyevka, blossoms only from May to the middle of June, not in July. There's no way it could blossom on the 17th of July, when, according to this apology for amateur detectives, the video featuring the allegedly Russian buk was filmed there. And now we know that at this time, elderberry bushes would have clusters of black berries in place of those white flower hats. Today, in Moscow, is the 1st of July, and you can see here an elderberry bush. The elderberries themselves have long since blossomed, even in this northern area of Moscow, whereas in the Donbass region, they blossom a month earlier than here. So we already have visual evidence of what we're talking. We found the spot in Makeyevka where this video was filmed and passed the same route with a compact camera with autofocus, not too dissimilar to a car video recorder. The difference in sharpness and color rendition is night and day, and leaves us in no doubt. In 2014, one would need to try hard to make that video turn out so soft and blurry. So probably someone indeed did try hard to achieve that effect. We did not find that bush. 2 years have passed, but the tree with white flowers is in the video, is there, in the shot, no matter how hard one may try to blur it. Elderberries blossom too magnificently in the Donbass. Here's another widely publicized video from the series of virtual exposures. A book in Lugansk, also allegedly filmed on the 18th of July, next day after the MH17 tragedy. According to experts, despite a strange clip blurriness, the foliage color and its splendor are rather characteristic for the end of spring, the beginning of summer, not for the middle of July.
Она теряет яркость уже, наверное, к июлю месяцу. То есть вот июнь месяц еще какой-то запас влаги есть. И, в принципе, молодые листья, у них более нежная, тонкая кутикула, они более яркой окраски. К концу лета они, естественно, уже накапливают в себе какие-то и атмосферное воздействие ощущают на себе, становятся более жесткими. И во время засухи, естественно, защитный слой их становится более жестким, и, естественно, они утеряют свою вот эту первоначальную очень яркую зелень.
Probably, all these explosive videos were concentrated in one center, stitched to each other by dates, doctored in the same editing suite, and posted under different names with one purpose: to discredit Russia and the Donbass People's Corps. The truck, which was filmed in Zugres on the 5th of July 2014, passed through both Makiivka and Lugansk, judging by flora, even earlier, in May or at the beginning of June. At that time, there was still furious fighting between the Ukrainian army and the rebels. Kiev tried to bring the region under control and waged a full-scale war. On Kiev's side, Ukrainian fighters and ultra-nationalists were a part of de facto regular militarized divisions, like the Right Sector battalions, Azov, Aidar, Dnieper, and other paramilitary groups. The Ukrainian army has some dozens of Buk systems, while the rebels, i.e. the People's Corps, had none at the time and had only captured one in Donetsk later, the 29th of June 2014. But it was non-operational, not even in working order, as was admitted by the Ukrainian army's own press service. Now, having determined the real chronology of the Buk movement through Donbass, isn't it more logical to address questions to Kiev about its origin instead of Russia? Not stopping at nature's clues, our correspondents visited Luhansk and invalidated not only the 18th of July, which was the alleged date the video was filmed, but also the whole month of July. They managed to find the flat from which that video was filmed. As it turned out, the owner had gone to Kiev at the beginning of June 2014, before Lugansk was fully taken under control by the Donbass People's Corps. So it seems that the saying is right on the mark. There's an elderberry bush in a kitchen garden, and an uncle's in Kiev. However, the uncle who calls the shots doesn't have to be in Kiev. He can be anywhere, say in London or in Washington. It is clear, though, he is not a botanist.
Меня зовут Пастернак Георгий. Я работаю в Донецком ботаническом саду младшим научным сотрудником лаборатории дендрологии.
Скажите, какое сегодня число?
24 июня 2016 года.
Что это за растение рядом с вами?
Вот это растение бузина черная. По латыни самбукус нигра называется.
Скажите, вот в таком виде она выглядит в июне всегда?
Да. В этих числах июня вот, уже завязи плодов.
А когда происходил период цветения этого растения?
Ну, цвела она приблизительно в первой декаде, окончила цветение уже в первой половине июня. Закончилось ее цветение. Это практически каждый год так.
То есть
Плюс-минус, максимум плюс-минус разбежность может быть там неделя-полторы.
То есть она цветет конец мая, начало июня.
Да. Обильный цвет приходится на конец мая, начало июня.
Our next episode is now in the works, and you will see it here shortly in the context of our MH17 inquiry. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.